Hi there, it's Mona Loy of Blackbright News, and I was reading an article published by the Daily Mail, which is a UK paper, and it is saying that 25% of those aged 50 to 64 either have not been married or they're divorced and they're not cohabiting with anyone. In any event, the government is now complaining because we've got this large margin of people who are living on their own. Now, for those who are living on their own, they're getting on with life, they're minding their own business, they're looking after themselves. 50 to 65, living longer, it's not that old. However, the government has started seeing way beyond this and saying, oh, well, we're going to be a burden on society and on public funds. You can't win, can you? You get on with it by yourself. I mean, these are the people who've encouraged the breakups anyway, because they've taken away most of the jobs. They've caused discord in relationships for whatever reason. And now that people are getting on with it, especially women, you gave us emancipation, you gave us liberation, you gave us women, equal rights and women's rights and all of that kind of stuff. So we're getting on with it. We're getting on with our work. We're getting on with looking after ourselves, and we're living by ourselves, and we're doing pretty well. So now all of a sudden, we're going to be draining public funds because we're living on our own. And what they're saying is that when you're in a couple or you're married, you're a mini welfare state. Have you ever heard of it? A marriage is a mini welfare state because both parties look after each other, and if not them, the extended family chips in and helps here and there. Whereas when people live on their own, that's men and women, there's no one to look after them, and what's going to happen is they're going to start draining public funds. Honestly, you can't win, can you? Why don't they just shoot us all? I wouldn't be surprised if that's in their plan of action, but honestly, the things that they think of, what can I say? I mean, they're already complaining because we're living longer, therefore we're draining the pensions. The thing is that the only reason they're worried about us draining the pension is because that's where they borrow from. They borrow that money to lend to someone else, and for firearms and war and goodness knows what else. So they don't like the idea of us living too long and using their money that they could be using for not so pleasant purposes. But, what can we do? I just thought I'd draw it to your attention that, they found another problem for people in their 50s to 60s. They can't stop. I think that's all they're doing. I think that's what they do in office. I think they just sit around and dig and think, who's taking our money? How can we save money? What can we do to get our money back? I think that's all they do. And they think, oh yeah, the elderly. Let's have a go at them. Let's go and start seeing how we can save money from them. Let's start stirring the pot. Honestly, I tell ya. Well, there's nothing you can do really, is there? Like I said, start World War III, kill us all off, or what? I don't know. Anyway, that's all for now. But until then, we'll all live happily ever after.